What did you do in the occult? What did you practice?
Because I wasn't being satisfied with just going to mass.
From Catholic faith into the occult, that there's a lot of ties to that.
Something very strange happened to me. I literally started to levitate.
With what you're playing in The Last Evangelist, I think it really paints a picture of where we're headed. I think some of the stuff that you portray in that particular series is absolutely some of the stuff we're going to see in the near future.
Also, if you want to see Last Evangelist, the episode, exclusively episode 1 on davidheavener.tv. Or have you been doing deliverance for 40 years?
For 40 years. Yes, I have been.
Wow.
The reason for it is because prior I was in the occult.
What did you do in the occult? What did you practice?
Everything. I did my ohms every 4 o'clock in the morning. I went into transcendental meditation. I did every kind of study on the isms of Zoroastrianism, Confucianism, every kind of religion, Catholicism that was available to find the truth. What I was doing was seeking for truth.
Yeah.
I wanted truth. And it seemed to begin to give me some answers when I had no other way to go. I didn't know about Christianity at the time. I knew about Catholicism, but I didn't know about deliverance. I didn't know about being born again and any of those wonderful things that are offered to us through the Holy Spirit. So I set off into spiritualism, fortune telling, the whole works.
Yeah, and you mentioned Catholicism. Were you a Catholic?
Yes, I was born and raised Catholic.
Do you find that, because half my family's Catholic, do you find that that's prevalent in coming from the Catholic faith, going from Catholic faith into the occult, that there's a lot of ties to that, or people are so burnt out or so, they just don't, well, they're confused. Is that true, or am I just...
No, it's true. And I think the reason for it is you learn about the lives of the saints and a lot of your spiritual things. And that makes it exciting to look into more of the spirit. And when you are trying to be everything you can for the Lord, you seek out in those areas. And that's what I did because I wasn't being satisfied with just going to mass.
I guess now that I think about it, Patricia, if you're praying to the saints, dead people, and you're praying to Mary, a dead person, what's the big deal about praying to, I don't know, something else that has nothing to do with God, right? It kind of opens a lot of doors, right?
It does. And it's exciting, by the way, to think that you can get answers from a spiritual move. For instance, the children of Fatima, when Mary came and so-called, exposed herself to him, and also told him that we would even be dealing with Russia one day in a great war. I mean, it sounds exciting enough, so you want to search it more.
Yeah, well, is this, now, obviously, this is not God. This is Satan masquerading as Mary. So what you're saying, and I agree, is that when people open that door and they just start praying to anything, Satan shows up and he becomes that thing they're praying to and gives them what they want to hear, right?
Absolutely. He's an angel of light, and he comes and he watches, he studies, he listens, and he knows how to deliver what he wants to deliver at the time where the person is very vulnerable and become more and more deceived in that manner. And, you search out in areas that really aren't of God, but have a false similarity to that. It may be God himself, the Christ consciousness and God's great creativity. I can reach any level if I would only know how to.
Yeah. Yeah. How did you get out of it, Patricia? I mean, here you are engulfed in the occult, and it sounds like to me you just about tried everything that there was out there. How did you get out of it?
Well, it was very strange how it happened. It happened through my late husband. It was at a time where he was watching me go to a lot of metaphysical teachings and even doing so on radio. And he said, "You really believe that you're in a right place?" I said, "Absolutely." He said, "Would you do me a favor?" And I said, "What?" He said, "Do you still believe in Jesus Christ?" I said, "Absolutely. He's one of my masters."
Mm-hmm.
At least I was told that by the spiritualist.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Well," then he said, "Do me a favor if you would. And if you're going to do anything tonight at all, would you pray and ask him if you're in the right way?" I said, "Of course I will. That's not a problem." So I kneeled down that night and I said, "Jesus, my husband's asking me as to whether or not I'm in the right way. And you and I both know that I am, but I'm asking anyway, and thank you." And I went to bed. Well, usually about 4 a.m, I get up to do yoga and mantra. And I determined in my heart not to do it because of what I prayed. I thought I would just steer away from it that night. And so about 4 o'clock in the morning, my eyes opened and I was moved to do so, but I didn't. I stayed where I was. And something very strange happened to me. I literally started to levitate. And I thought, I've always done this in my own power, by my own determination. Why would this be happening to me? I must be dreaming. So I thought I was still dreaming. It was just dreaming, that's all. And then I laid there longer and I started to levitate again. And this time I started to get pulled very strongly. And I thought, what is happening to me? Am I dreaming? Is this real? What's happening to me? And prior to that, whenever I went to do yoga and mantra, I could sometimes get into a mode where I started to be pulled by a great light, and I would try to move in that direction as much as I could, but it never went too far. But this time I wasn't trying to do anything. I didn't put
But
any
you were
effort.
levitating. So something was pulling your body up off the bed. What was pulling your body up off the bed?
Well, I didn't know. I was getting very scared. And I thought, well, let's see if I'm dreaming or not. So I touched with my right hand to see if my husband was there, if this was real. And I did. And I felt him and he was real. Now I'm going further. The next thing I knew, I was in the closet. I'm getting pulled stronger and stronger away, and I could hardly barely hold on. And I felt what held me was so dark and so ugly, I couldn't turn to look. I was so frightened. And I said, I must be dreaming. I must be dreaming. And in being so frightened, I started to scream out for Jesus Christ. Literally cry out for his name. And I couldn't get it out of my throat. I was being choked. And I knew something horrible had me. And I was trying with all my effort to do so. And it wouldn't come. And then finally, with all my might, I said, Jesus, help me. To that degree, that's all I could get out. And something broke.
In these last days, people will worship false gods. As the Antichrist arises, Christians will be persecuted. David Heavener Investigates is proud to bring you End Times Investigations, a new DVD series containing over 8 hours of interviews, commentaries, and teaching on Illuminati and the New World Order, Satanism, miracles and healings, the Antichrist, and one world religion.
Hi, I'm David Heavener, and I'm proud to bring you this brand new DVD collection, End Times Investigations.
David reveals how the media is working hand in hand with the Antichrist system. Order now and receive this special DVD collection. Text bonus to 41444 or davidheavener.tv/order. Call toll-free 844-806-0006. Text bonus to 41444 or davidheavener.tv/order. Call toll-free 844-806-0006.
We have the brand new DVD of Last Evangelist. You can get it right now. It's limited collector's edition. It's got the new episode on it, along with band videos with me and Michael Lake and Lisa Haven, Sheila Lazinski, and well, things that were just taken down because they didn't like them. But you get all this right now if you call 844-806-0006 or go text the word chosen to 91999 or go to davidheavener.tv/order. If you'd like to get involved with the ministry and be a supporter, text the word chosen to 91999. We sure could use your help. And please don't forget my new books that are out, True Power and End Times Investigation. And you can get all this stuff there at davidheavener.tv/order. Don't forget to sign up to davidheavener.tv.